You're watching the 2019 SCAC Fall Media Days. It is day 9, and we're taking a dive into the Trinity University women's soccer program. The Tigers are coming off a 17-2-1 season a year ago, 13-0 in SCAC play, earning their 9th straight bid to the NCAA tournament, 24th overall after an SCAC regular season and tournament championship. The Tigers will be led as they head into the year by head coach Dylan Harrison, along with junior midfielder Abby Blackwood. Coach Abby, thanks so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll begin with you. You head into your 4th preseason camp there in San Antonio. Where's your excitement level at heading into a new year, and what makes this unique part of the season, preseason, so special?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great. You know, really feel like this is the first year where we knew exactly what we had coming to us, what we were getting into. We talked to the team the other day. We just felt like we had a very, very exciting first few days. Everybody was motivated, willing, and just excited to be here and ready to get after it. So it was great. It's been great, and just look forward to keeping it going.
Abby, heading into your junior season, what is different as an upperclassman heading into preseason camp? Do you feel like you're sort of asked to maybe take on a little bit more of a leadership role, especially with so many freshmen entering camp and joining this team this year?
Yeah, for sure. I think coming in as a junior, I was obviously very excited. We don't have a lot of upperclassmen this year. I think we have maybe 6 or 7, and we have a few girls out that are injured. But I know coming in, we had talked a lot about really setting a good example for the incoming freshmen and even some of the sophomores as well. But what we can do as a team and just as older players to really make the team inviting and have a good atmosphere, but also very competitive and challenging when we're at practices, really working our hardest as well. I know personally, I love to be in a leadership role, and even if it's not necessarily as a captain, just being there for younger players, any questions that they have at all. I know we help a lot of the younger girls with things such as scheduling classes as well, just kind of being there, and I'm very excited.
Coach, even though this roster may not be filled with a ton of upperclassmen, you returned quite a bit of experience. 8 athletes returned that made 9 or more starts for you a season ago, including 4 freshmen that are now rising sophomores. But you also welcome in 15 freshmen and new faces to this program. So I imagine as a coach that creates a pretty good environment for you in terms of setting up that competitive spirit. How much competitive fire does sort of the experience combined with the new faces into this program provide?
Yeah, I mean, Abby hit it on the head. Like, they've done such a great job of welcoming these new players at the same time, creating a training environment that's conducive to what we want to do and the standards that we want to set. And, you know, we're going to make it about challenging each other every single day with the goal of once that game comes around along the line, it's us versus. So we've done a really good job of dividing that and understanding those types of personas in terms of once we step across the line, we want to compete, step out the line, we're a team. When we go and play another team, it is us versus, and every one of us is going to be held accountable in that setting.
Abby, a season ago as a sophomore, you played in 18 games, making 5 starts. You recorded 3 goals, 2 assists for 8 total points on the season. What have you worked on through the course of the offseason over the summer to continue to improve individually as a player to get ready for your junior season?
Yeah, I had a few conversations with Dylan, I think, in the spring and just throughout the summer as well, about like what personally I could focus on and work on in order to become a better player, and also just being a better leader on and off the field as well. I think fitness is something that's always been very important to me. I do run track in the off season, so that kind of allowed me to have a really good base for going into summer as well as preseason. So just keeping that fitness level high was kind of like a basic thing for me, as well as building off of that, just getting touches on the ball throughout the summer. So I actually played pickup games with all guys, which was a really interesting experience, but I'd play 2 or 3 times a week, but just being able to keep touches on the ball and focus on playing quickly and moving the ball off my feet. And I think that did a pretty good job of preparing me for the preseason. I felt much more prepared coming in this year than I did last year, and I'm really happy with how the preseason went. So, yeah.
Coach, this team offensively registered 73 goals a season ago, which is a remarkable number, but you graduated 40 of them in Chelsea Cole and Hallie Andrew. How do you try and replace those 40 goals? I would imagine it's going to become as a total team effort because those aren't easy lineup spots to replace. But what is sort of the thought process going into this season to try and offensively get things going with some other athletes?
Yeah, I think in part of the conversations, even with Abby, she promised that she could at least score 38. So I think we're good. We just got to find those other two. No, I mean, in all fairness, we've had players who have been ready and really deserved the opportunity to start, and Abby definitely fits that mold. And where she was able to go ahead and even take her game from scoring great goals in the conference tournament to where she is now. We are going to lean heavy on the players that we have. Why? Because we know that they're capable of it. And yeah, it's going to come from a few different players, or actually a lot of different players. That's not the concern. The concern is just getting better all over the field. Defensively, I think we're going to be just as strong, if not stronger, and that'll even give us some freedom to go ahead and commit some numbers to the attack. And there's a complete confidence in our team, in our players, and you'll see why.
Abby, I'm interested to sort of hear your thoughts on kind of the relationship that you have with the men's soccer team, the women's program being so successful, the men's program there at Trinity being so successful. Do both of you, your teams kind of push each other to continue to get better year in and year out and try to one-up each other? I think it's so remarkable that both programs have had so much success, and I'm interested in kind of that relationship between the women's and men's team.
Yeah, that's a great question. I know most of the girls on the team are, including myself, we have pretty good friends that are on the men's soccer team. I'm not great friends with everyone on the team, but I think it's definitely a friendly yet competitive environment. I definitely would say there's kind of just a standard that's set, and there's an expectation for both teams to continue to succeed and to continue to win conference and make it into playoffs. And I think, yeah, maybe because both the men's and the women's teams are very strong and successful teams, that kind of helps just pushing off each other. But I think, honestly, individually within each team, there's that expectation that we come into preseason, we come into conference confident and knowing that we're going to work our hardest, we're going to do our best, and we're going to win conference again, just like we did the year before. So.
And finally, Abby, I'll wrap things up with you in this manner. You kind of hinted at it, but as you sort of had preliminary discussions with your teammates and you've gone through team meetings here in this preseason, what are some of the team goals that you and your teammates have had discussions about, and what will be key in order for your team to accomplish them?
I would say one of our main goals that we've had so far this season, I think Dylan touched on it a little bit, is just coming out to every practice, every game, every scrimmage, just over 100%, putting in as much hard work as possible, and not only to make yourself a better player, but also to push your teammates. To become better players, better people, just on and off the field. I think that's something that our team is really striving to do this season. I think we've already done a lot with the freshmen to kind of create a team environment and kind of bring them in and just spend a lot of time as a team, whether it's doing activities off the field or just I don't know, just as a team, just getting a lot of team bonding in. And I think that's really gonna bring a lot of great energy this season. And I think the closer knit we are as a team as well, the better we're gonna play on the field, and we're gonna be a lot more cohesive as a whole. But yeah, just always working hard, coming out to every practice 100%, giving all we got. So yeah.
Coach, we'll end with this. Each year is a new year. Each team is a new team. With that being said, what are your expectations of this 2019 version of the Trinity Women's Soccer program? This season will be successful if what plays out on the field with your women.
Yeah, I think if we just go ahead and show that we're true to ourselves. I think we've added some pretty unique pieces in terms of our team while we're still complementing what we already had. So not only are you going to see us flying forward, bombing forward to get in the attack, score goals, I think you're also going to see a little edge, a little toughness, a little grittiness, a little getting in the tackles. I think I've seen more hard tackles at our training during preseason than maybe all of last year, and we embrace that. And so not only are we going to be relentless going forward, you're going to have to earn everything coming at us as well. So I'm just excited to see so many people have a huge role and responsibilities within our team, and really relying on everybody in our team to live up to the expectations and the identity of who we think we can be.
The Trinity University women's soccer program, again, the Tigers will head into the season under head coach Dylan Harrison, along with junior midfielder Abby Blackwood. The Tigers open up the 2019 campaign August 30th when they take on East Texas Baptist. Coach Abby, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck as you head into the season.
Yeah, thank you. Go Tigers.
Thank you.